Hey there, I'm ScytherGreen. Welcome back. I was just hanging out in my room, doing the usual Infinity Kingdom deep dive, checking gear sets, skimming through battle logs, when I spotted this strange file on my desktop. No idea where it came from, just a single link called Infinite Origins. Of course, I clicked it. Who wouldn't? The screen flickered for a second, then something started loading, but it wasn't game data or patch notes. It was something different. Personal, like someone was telling me a story straight from their own memory. Turns out, that file, it's a doorway. A series of memories from the immortals themselves, uncensored, unfiltered, and told in their own words. And today, we're starting with Saladin. Sultan, strategist, and surprisingly sarcastic. Let's see what he has to say.
In the sunburnt lands where the Nile loops around, and the desert just sits there, being huge and cranky, a dynasty started brewing, not in some royal palace with golden cradles and bored courtiers, but out of sheer stubbornness, a bit of luck, and a lot of grit. The land wasn't looking for another conqueror with shiny shoes. It needed someone practical. Someone who could swing a sword and remember where they left it. I wasn't born to rule. Honestly, I was just trying to survive. The AU big name wasn't even a thing yet when I first stumbled around the Syrian dust. But destiny doesn't send invites. It just yanks you out of the background and says, "Congratulations, you're the main character now." The Crusaders showed up with a lot of iron, a lot of shouting, and very questionable fashion choices. They claimed it was all for a holy cause, but, we rather liked our land just the way it was. I didn't meet them with rage. I met them with a plan. I met them with a vision bigger than revenge, bigger than just winning one fight. At Hattin, the sand got a little messy. At Jerusalem, they were all ready for blood and thunder, and instead got, me handing the keys back, without a massacre. Because I wasn't interested in being their worst nightmare. I wanted to be something better than that, something they didn't expect. Even Richard the Lionheart had to admit it. We fought like cats and dogs, sure, but somewhere in all the chaos, there was this weird mutual respect. Under my banner, the present rose. Egypt, Syria, the holy cities, people united not from fear, but because we built something worth defending. Okay, maybe a tiny bit of sword waving. We also had order, justice, a place where peace wasn't just wishful thinking. Now they talk about my gallantry, my generosity. They paint me like some perfect hero. Honestly, I wasn't doing it for applause. I did it because if you have power and you don't use it to make things better, you're just another guy swinging a sword around, yelling about destiny. Now, as the desert shifts and new stories get written by new hands, I look back without regret. Kingdoms fall, statues crumble, but real honor, that stays. I am Saladin, Sultan of Syria, guardian of Egypt. A guy who tried to get it right and somehow made it into the history books.
And that's Saladin. Not just a warrior or a name in the history books, but a leader who chose reason over rage and honor over ego. His story wasn't about being perfect. It was about doing what was right, even when it wasn't easy. Thanks for watching, and for stepping into the past with me. There are plenty more immortals, waiting to share their side of the story, so stick around. Infinite Origins has only just begun. See you in Norheim.